Forget the trending charts. These anime are on another level and almost nobody's talking about them. They're smarter, darker, deeper. Some will mess with your head, others will break your heart, and one might just become your new favorite of all time. You've seen the overrated. Now, it's time for the ones that actually matter. Welcome to Anime Dungeon. Here, we don't chase trends, we dig deeper. If you're the kind of fan who's tired of the same recycled wrecks, you're in the right place. Let's uncover the anime that actually deserve your time. This story follows Shuichi, an ordinary high schooler who suddenly gains the terrifying ability to transform into a monstrous mascot suit with a giant zipper on his back. Yeah, you heard that right. But this isn't just shock value. Gleipnir is a violent, twisted journey into identity, desire, and control. When a mysterious girl discovers Shuichi's secret, the two form a disturbing bond, and what follows is part survival game, part psychological meltdown. The body horror is intense, the action is raw, but what really hits is the tension between power and vulnerability. Who's using who and why? Don't let the premise throw you off. Gleipnir is as much about emotional chains as it is about physical ones. Uncomfortable? Yes, but unforgettable. This story follows Kimimaro, an economics student drawn into a hidden realm known as the Financial District, a place where people wager their futures in high-stakes battles for wealth and survival. But this isn't just metaphor, it's literal. In this world, losing means your real-life possibilities vanish forever. C blends financial theory with supernatural action in a way that's rare in anime. It questions capitalism, value, and what people are willing to sacrifice for success. With surreal visuals, intense duels, and a sense of quiet dread that builds with every episode, this series is bold, philosophical, and massively overlooked. If you want an anime that challenges how you think about money and meaning, this is it. This story follows Ganta Igarashi, a middle schooler wrongly convicted for the massacre of his classmates and thrown into a privatized prison that doubles as a twisted amusement park. But this isn't just about survival. Inside Deadman Wonderland, prisoners are forced to fight using blood-based powers, all while entertaining a bloodthirsty audience. This anime wastes no time. The world is brutal, the pacing is relentless, and the sense of injustice hits hard. Ganta's transformation from powerless victim to determined survivor is messy, emotional, and full of pain. The show raises questions about punishment, corruption, and human cruelty, but never loses its pulse-pounding energy. It's violent, yes, but more than that, it's raw, and it deserved so much more than the single season it got. This story follows Will Surfort, a determined boy who dreams of becoming a powerful mage, despite the fact that he can't use magic. In a world where spellcasting defines your worth, Will relies on nothing but swordsmanship and sheer grit to climb through the ranks of a prestigious magic academy. Wistoria is a refreshing twist on the classic underdog formula. It blends magic school tropes with heartfelt perseverance and world-class action animation. While others cast spells, Will fights monsters with a blade, and somehow it works. The show explores what it means to fight for your place when the world says you don't belong. It's uplifting, grounded, and full of that classic shonen spirit, yet it's still flying under the radar. This story follows Chisato and Takana, two teenage girls working as undercover agents in a world where peace is maintained through preemptive assassinations. But instead of grim darkness, Lycoris Recoil blends slice-of-life warmth with slick, stylized action. Café by day, covert ops by night. It sounds absurd, but it works. What makes this series stand out isn't just the gunfights or the fluid animation. It's the chemistry between the leads. Their friendship feels natural, their dialogue is sharp, and their missions keep you locked in from scene one. Underneath the cute aesthetic lies a story about loyalty, trauma, and trust in a broken system. It's one of the most balanced shows in years, and yet many still write it off as just cute girls with guns. Big mistake. This story follows Kazuki and Rei, two professional assassins living together who suddenly become the reluctant guardians of a 4-year-old girl named Miri. Sounds like a joke, right? It's not. Buddy Daddies hits harder than you'd expect. Blending high-stakes action with genuine fatherhood feels that will catch you off guard. What starts off as a quirky, found family concept quickly evolves into a heartwarming yet heartbreaking story about responsibility, redemption, and healing through unexpected bonds. The action is stylish, the comedy lands, and the emotional weight sneaks up on you. It's not just Spy X Family light, it has its own identity, and honestly, it might hit even deeper at times. If you've made it this far, please, hit that subscribe button. It's just a click for you, but it means the world to us. And while you're at it, smash that like so these hidden gems get the love they deserve. Now let's get back to the countdown. This story follows Ranma Sayotomi, a martial artist cursed to turn into a girl when splashed with cold water, and back into a boy with hot water. That's just the start. Ranma 1-2 is pure controlled chaos, mixing martial arts, romance, slapstick, and gender-bending comedy into one of the most iconic and bizarre anime of its time. But beneath the constant absurdity is a surprisingly progressive exploration of identity, love, and pride. Ranma's constant struggle to live normally with a body that betrays him at every splash becomes a metaphor for being misunderstood, out of place, and yet defiantly confident. It's loud, it's messy, and it paved the way for generations of anime to come. And still, way too many modern fans have never given it a shot. This story follows Vivi, the world's first autonomous AI singer, who's suddenly tasked with preventing an AI apocalypse 100 years in the future. Her mission? Change key moments in history, one act at a time. But Vivi isn't a fighter. She was built to bring joy through song, and that contrast is what makes this anime unforgettable. Vivi is a visual and emotional masterpiece. The animation is stunning, the music is haunting, and the story raises big questions about purpose, memory, and what it means to have a soul. Each arc is tightly written, full of beauty and pain. Vivi's journey isn't just about saving humanity, it's about discovering her own voice in a world that never expected her to feel. A sci-fi epic with real heart, and it deserves far more attention than it got. This story follows Shichika, a swordsman who doesn't use a sword, and Togame, a strategist with more ambition than strength, as they travel Japan collecting 12 legendary blades, each more dangerous and symbolic than the last. But Katanagatari isn't your typical sword-fighting anime. It's a slow-burn, dialogue-heavy masterpiece that builds tension through words as much as action. The art style is bold and stylized, the pacing deliberate, and the character dynamics evolve with every episode. Shichika's growth from a weapon into a person, and Togame's unrelenting quest for power lead to a final act that's poetic, heartbreaking, and unforgettable. Each episode feels like a miniature movie, and by the time it ends, you'll realize this wasn't about the swords at all. This story doesn't follow just one protagonist, or even one timeline. Baccano is a chaotic symphony of gangsters, alchemists, immortals, and outlaws, all colliding in 1930s America. Trains, explosions, cults, and cocktails of madness. It's impossible to explain in one sentence, and that's exactly the point. The storytelling is non-linear, weaving different years and perspectives into a brilliant, puzzle-like narrative where everything connects. Every character matters. Every scene counts. It's fast, loud, and relentlessly clever. But hidden beneath the chaos is a surprising heart. Whether it's a sadistic hitman who treats killing like a dance, or two lovable thieves who stumble into immortality, Baccano makes you care in the most unexpected ways. It's stylish, it's wild, it's legendary, and yet, it's still one of the most criminally underwatched anime ever made. And that wraps up our countdown. If even one of these anime made it to your watch list, we've done our part. Drop your favorite hidden gem in the comments and let us know if there's anything you want us to improve. And if this video hit right, don't forget to like, share it with a real anime fan, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.